This is Town Dog, and I'm gonna try to do a little live stream, but just a little FSX flight, FSX team, and those little small planes. When I haven't flown much, it's a little strange to me. I hope I can handle it. I know I don't use equipment that's on it. I use my pop-up because the stuff that's on it is a little beyond my control. I might learn to handle it, but I don't care nothing about learning, so that's another story too. Then I'm gonna try to back this thing out and get it fueled up, and let's see what we got to work with tonight. Here we go. Try to back him right out of here. Got him in here in the shelter. Apparently I don't have the window selected. Alright, back it up now. Take the brakes off to roll better. See, it's a pretty little plane, but I'm not real sure what I can do with it. I think I can get it up there alright, but I don't really like the controls here. That's really don't mess with it very much. Let's back it back if I don't know if we turn him around without running over the building, maybe. Back it back enough to get around these lines, I guess it'll be alright. That's what they're made for. Alright, we'll get just across here and we'll stop. Along in there, we're just gonna call it whoa. Right there, we'll set the brakes back. Now, I don't have a lot of fancy restart equipment on this thing, so I just have to do it by auto buttons. About all I can do. So let's check the fuel first. I'm gonna set the fuel about 50%, even though it's only 100 miles, so we don't need very much at all. I just don't know the range of this fuel on this thing. I know it'll go more than that, so I'm gonna set it about 50% and see what happens. Pretty sure it'll go more than I'll put it that way. If it don't, we just run out before we get there. Let's take this right here down to 50. This right here down to 50%. This right here down to 50%. That'll make it a little lighter than ordinarily. And I've got both live stream and a local recording, so if I have to do something else, I can. Let's get inside the plane here. So we've got a glass cockpit. This has been changed out. This has been changed out. These two here was added. Now, of course, I use my pop-ups all the time because these things right here. I don't know how to apply this. They don't have all the radio assortments that I want. So I choose what I got. I'll put them in all my planes. That's what I want to do. Let's see if we can get this thing up and going. First thing I'm going to make sure the fuel is on. Make sure the power is on. I'm going to go ahead and turn the avionics on to get the panel up. It comes up blank. It'll fill in a little bit. I don't think it will I start it, but it might. I'm going to go ahead and start it. And I don't even know where the runway is we got to go to. Thought call myself checking, but you know right now I'm not sure. It's back over behind me somewhere. Here we go. We can start this thing right up. The brakes is locked, so she shouldn't run off. Throttle's all the way down. Let's let her wind up here and get started. So one engine in the tail inside the plane. Got an air intake over the top. Jet exhaust system out the back. It's a pretty little plane. I just don't really like it because I just don't like this type plane much. I don't like Learjets either, beside the point. Let's see if we can get this thing to a runway. We should be able to find one somewhere back here. I won't sit here and run too long because I don't know how the fuel actually works out in the long run. We turn some lights on here. I don't see them flashing. Yeah, I do. I see one on top flashing. Let me turn all the way around. Maybe something back this way. No, I see. That's good enough right there. I see it, John. This thing don't drive real good either. I tried to drive it a while ago. It just wants to swerve back and forth all the time. Don't want to line up straight and stay there. Continually keeps turning once you get started. Oh, it looks like it might be pretty good there. Let's see what this does. Doing a little better. I don't know what direction we're going to take off from. We'll get out here and line up on the runway and get ready to go. Got a little throat growl a little night. Been out in the weather today, messing around. Got a little wet trying to clean everything up and get ready for some work that I got to do. Pretty cool. It's going to be below freezing tonight. First time really below freezing this year. I think we pushed it pretty close once, but tonight we'll be in the upper 20s. 28, 29. Tonight, tomorrow night be around. Is that colder? Be cool for the next week. Nights pushing freezing or below a lot, several of them. Let's get this up here where we look down a little bit. I'd rather look down a little bit than I had. Wish I went the other way. I know the other way the runway was closer. It looked closer than when I started out. Now it's way down. Well, I hadn't passed the end of one, have I? Nope. The other way was right there. Thought it was, but I saw them approach light things, and I thought, well, they looked awful close. Now they're still a mile away. I've been driving for a mile already. I wish we could take off part from here because this thing will get off, I imagine, pretty quick. I hadn't flown it today, or not in the last, I won't say it's been 6 months or longer since I had this plane out. So, I don't believe I've put it on YouTube yet. This will be the first one, I think. I could be wrong. Might have it on one time somewhere a while back. Starting to get enough video now. I can't remember all of them. They've been for 6 months, but my memory ain't that long. Going on six months since I started YouTube. Get this thing down here about as far as I want to go. I'm better to turn around and try it. Worst thing happens, you have to tear down a few trees getting off the ground. What's it over? A building fell on the ground? Building on an angle like this, half up in the ground. Looks like they messed up on that and what it looks like to me. I don't know. What's all this here? Quite a few things slope around here like that. I don't know. Huh. I ain't been in this area. I don't know what I'm looking at over there. Yep. As soon as I get over the runway, I won't call it. I don't have to be at the end for my use. I don't believe I know I've cleared enough runway taxi and I can take off. Pretty sure. Even if it takes a long one, it should be plenty far. It's a 100-mile flight. I really shouldn't be starting at this time of night, to be honest with you, but I'm gonna try it. I ought to be going to bed instead of starting this. But since it's gonna be cool, and really I don't think do nothing tomorrow. Tomorrow's the weekend, so I don't think nothing important gonna happen tomorrow. The things that I've been trying to get started doing, they ain't gonna work to do that tomorrow. So we're on a weekend. Alright, let me take a look around. I am in multiplayer, but I don't think nobody at all is in. I don't think. It was about half a dozen or a dozen in. And I started uploading. I think it kicked them all out. And I have since rebooted, so she should be alright. I'm not uploading anymore at the moment. But nobody's in. I'm going to pull out on the runway and line up. Well, I guess I could set up first. Let me set up. I need to pull up the radio stack. Now we'll be going, I hadn't said about where we're going. We're going to be going from Sky Harbor, Phoenix, Whoops, look here, I'm rolling. This thing don't sit still either, does it? Just set my brakes. Now it's set there. We're going to be going from Phoenix, Arizona, Sky Harbor, up to FlagStaff. So, Pullum. And the airport here, the altitude is 1,135 feet. The one at Pullum, FlagStaff, is 7,1111 feet. we have a VOR at Pullum, 11385. We'll be using it, and a runway heading of 211. The direction from here is roughly north, best I can figure it out. So we're going to take off dead north and work it from there. The VOR is a good strong one. 100 miles out, it'll be on soon as we get above the mountains. It'll be on. Probably almost as soon as we get off the ground, but we're going to see what that does. So let's set that up. Let's set the VOR and ILS is up, because I won't need but the one changeover. 11385. Bring this down and make that 85. And bring it back up. I'll just bring this down to 1385. Bring it up now. Our ILS, I said, was ILS is 1050. I didn't see actually, but it's 11050. Alright, there we go. That's got that. We're ready to take off here. We're going to climb to an altitude. I said I'm going to come up to 14,000. What I put on. I've also got a flight plan, so I got to set that too. I will get that first before I forget it. I got a VA flight plan set up. I've already set it up. I'll just get it and just start it. Sky Harbor, so FlagStaff right there. Kick it right there. With 14,000 and VOR to VOR. We're not worried about the first VOR. We're going to one for sure. There's one here, but I'm not going to use it. I could, but I'm not going to use it leaving out. So anyway, we got everything here we need. We're going to click start, and the card has started. Now it's running. Now we're ready to get in the air, and we're going to, like I say, leave out on heading on north. I'm going to set this north first. I'll move it as soon as I get something going. I'll change it. Around the wrong way heading. This just helps something for me to look at to tell where to set this one later. Alright, here we go. Let's see if we can get this thing in the air. Flaps down a little bit. I don't know how they operate, but they should come down. I believe I see a movement on the back of them. Let me take a look, see if I can see them. I do not see flaps. I heard them all. I pushed the button a while ago, it didn't do that. That looks like a plenty of flaps to me right there. Alright. We gotta try to stay under 250. So let's set this right here, about 225 this time. This plane here's gonna hit 250 before you bat your eyes, I do believe. I'll put it at 200. This should fly at 200 without any problem. Let's stay under 200 till 10,000. On count of the card. It's probably gonna lie to me anyway on kind of. Alright, I gotta turn the autopilot on. I ain't got time to keep on what I'm doing.
Trim up. GPS unavailable.
It better be available, sucker. I'm fixing to need it.
GPS acquired.
Acquired, okay. Wheels up, flaps up. Runway heading. And now we're going to come around to the north. Flap press way up. All right, now fly. I ain't got this high enough.
Trim up.
This is not one that this plane, when you set it, it automatically sets itself down. I forgot about that. It set itself back down to a low altitude. If it could crash me, what it's fixing to do if I had to call it. Now we got it. Now we're going to come around to the north. That's what I was fixing to do when I noticed it was trying to dive on me. About ground level is what it's set at. Or north. Bring up our equipment so we tell what we got on, what we ain't got on. Put that on when no, it's already on though. I see it already. So we don't have to worry about that. We got it already. We turned that off. We don't need that. Now we turn it north, and this right here has got to be straight to it. That's got to be straight up to carry us to it. And whatever we got set right now, we called it north. Let's see what it does. I'm gonna go ahead and bring us around to 211. So we know, oh, wrong way. 211, we don't need it right now. That's wrong way heading when we get there. It's gonna be behind us. Now see we only missed it by about 5 degrees probably. That ain't too bad for a takeoff. Let's bring this around. I saw something blink on the other page. I don't know what it was. The flaps are all the way up. The wheels are up. We're doing 200. I think we could go to 220, 230. Well, not 250 though. I'll stay under 250. It jumped. I don't believe it did what I told it to do. 235. That's be how fast enough. This altitude and everything. I don't want to get over 250 if I hit it. Because I'm not going to be just above 10,000 very long. We don't even need that extra speed, I don't believe, for where we're going. I don't know what it'll do. If we get above 10, we could try it. I could set this at 10. I know when I got there. That's what I'm going to do. I'll set it at 10 and climb to 14 after we pass 10. This way it'll zero itself at 10, and I'll know I'm there. I think it even tells you when you get there. So, all right, we're off a little bit. We're gonna come around off of north, about 5 degrees or so. What have I got? Right there's 5. Right there. That's good enough. I'm trying to put this green arrow on it right here at the top, not necessarily straight up. I need to bypass the airport to the right anyway. But there is some mountains up here, so we've got to be above them. 14,000 should be above everything up here, I think. All the way into, I don't know. I started all the way into FlagStaff. I mean, to Las Vegas if I want to, but I don't think so. I think 12, 14 seemed like to me, but my mind keeps saying there's a couple higher ones out there. When this thing levels off at 10, we'll go on up to 14 if we have time. Let's get some distance here. We need to know how far we got to go. About 91 miles left. Now we look around at the plane and the terrain. This is real world weather, FS6 style. Right or wrong, that's what we're running. I haven't, if I decide I need to clear it for us to be able to see, I will. But right now I'm gonna leave it. I see enough to suit me. All right, let's see what we got here. I didn't tell it to do that either. There we go. This is our 2D. We just leveled off at 10. No, we didn't. I believe we're getting ready to. The nose came down like we was trying to level off. Right here. It just leveled off at 10. So I knew it was getting ready to. Now let's go to 14.
Trim up.
10,000 feet. I'm gonna go to 14,000 like I first said. This plane is too slow or something. Let's go a little faster. We're above 10. Let's push her up a little bit. It's weaving like it's trying to act up. I'm gonna go up to about 280. Since we're above 10, we should be alright. 280, 285. They should have a good hefty overspeed line. But overspeed it just does. At least we'll know when it does. I think it'll tell us. Now here's our fuel. This is the same gauge I've been running, just a different shape. Says I got enough fuel for 424 miles, which is plenty. Got 100 this way, circle and land and take another 25 or 30 in distance figured, so we still should have 300 miles when we touch down close to it worth of fuel. Let's see if we can get this thing up across here. Now this right here will tell us information too we want to know. That's a 100-mile scan. That'd make that FlagStaff right there. Then right in the pocket of that little mountain, and that's where it actually is, so that's probably right. That should make that FlagStaff, because a 100-mile scan, 100 miles will be right along, or this 70's lying a little probably, but that should be FlagStaff. It definitely lays right on the side of that mountain, right down in it. And this part here, anything yellow is up here with me. Red is up here closer to me, and if it's very much red, it could be above me. But so look, we're already in good shape now. I'm gonna go on to 14,000 because the flight plan called for it. Don't need it, look like. We'll circle that VOR and at our distance, do us a little left downwind and a base and come into it if we can. Try to put this thing on the runway in one piece. We've gained range on that fuel now. It always does if everything goes right. I got by with 30%. But I'd rather be safe than sorry at this point. I'm gonna run this as a live stream. More than likely I'll take it down, and no matter how many viewers it's gotten switched out with a local, because most of the time the live stream don't really clear plumb up. If it don't clear up, I don't want it. I'm gonna try to run my local recording usually runs a little clearer. Not a lot, but we'll check and see. If it suits me, I'll leave it. If it don't, I'll take it down and switch it within 5 hours or in the morning, because I won't have time to do it tonight. Once I start this up, I'm going to bed. I should have never started the flight, to be honest with you, but I'm gonna try it. Now I'm gonna take this stuff down for now. We don't have to have it till we get a little closer. And this, I don't have this logged in, but I can see right there it's FlagStaff. It's good enough for me. Now it's up here right there. We're sashing around like we're probably a little wind though. That's what it is, wind. It's not probably what it was a while ago. I thought sometime when every time a plane goes to just before it stalls, it'll start acting up back and forth. Probably most of them will. So that's what I sort of thought. So I picked the speed up just to make sure it wasn't doing that. I don't know what the approach speed is, but it should be around 100. Be my guess. Between 80 and 110, be my guess. But I'll have to find that sweet spot if I can before I get down. I'm gonna pick the glass TV right back. Back. Let's see what we're doing. Need some idea of where we at. 40 something miles. Let's get some more equipment up. I need to keep up with what I'm doing. Alright, we're straight out, almost 40 something miles out. Now I'm gonna come back down to 12,000 right now. Slow back to about 240. Make it exactly, well, yeah, 245. I'll get it right in a minute. Right there, and I'm gonna come down to 12,000 now.
Down.
I think 12,000, or let's make it 12.5. And we're gonna, there's mountains up in here, but I think we're gonna be above everything. I'll bring this right here up to make sure I've got what I think I have. That's supposed to shrink. But like that, that's all I have to have, just enough to see. That's this FlagStaff right there. We're doing alright. Come down to 12.5. We'll watch this right here and see what turns red on us. I can approach the airport. The airport is 7,011 feet, so I'll take 7,000 and add 4,500 to it for a jet. And that gives me 11,500 feet. So that's the lowest I gotta get until I catch the glide slope. That's about what we're gonna do. All the way I'll go lower is we need to calibrate our equipment. Tips say everything's getting a little screwed up. I'm gonna get me a cough drop. See if I can quit that hacking. done lost my, when I get under a certain distance here, I can look for this right here. It's not on yet. Keep a check on that, see if it comes on. I'll get over on it and off the VOR, and only use the VOR if I happen to get out of range of the ILS. I can use it to get back. But once I get in range of it, if I stay in range of it, I won't have to mess with that. Range has been around 28 miles, 24 to 28. Alright. We're only going to drop 1,000 feet. That's easy done. And we ain't got to get under 10 till after we get on glide slope. We'll definitely be. Now these mountains maybe read and tell me I'm overspeeding because I'm closer to them than 10,000 now. Well, sometimes it counts that way. I've seen it do it. So let's see what it's saying. Let's see what the card is saying. It doesn't. Approaching, I'm descending and approaching. I am, but I'm not yet. It just because I broke my altitude, it starts called descending and approaching. That's all right. We don't care what it says. It's still on silver speed, so that's what I'm after. See if I can keep that below. Let's slow this on down on kind of where I'm at. We'll slow down to about 130 again. That should do us. We'll get the flaps to take care of it, get on down about 110 or one. Could get on down about 180 right now, probably. All right, we should have that. We do. ILS is on. And we're that close. We can turn. Let's turn straight out. Let's turn downwind now. We'll circle it from there. That'd be a left downwind right there. We don't have any. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna change my nav 2 back over to VOR because I don't have a DME. The VOR's got DME. Now I do have a DME on nav 2. It'll keep up with it. It'll also keep you informed of where the airport is or where the VOR is, which is close to the airport. This is pretty well on the airport. Alright, we're on base. We're almost 20 miles. Well, we're going about 15 miles probably east of the airport. We'll circle around and come in behind it where the runway heading is. We need to get it behind us enough we can cut across and pick it up. Now I can go back to the VOR on nav 1 to maneuver outside of the ILS range. If I get outside, I will. Let's see what we got going here. Makes 2 of them, don't it? I got one on that, on the panel. All the things they're not set the same, I don't think. It might be. We can spread out to 20 miles now. Let's see what this one is. Nope, they're not working together. Alright, the airport is about 30 degrees in front of my left wing, coming around 15.8 miles away. I'd say it'll be around 15. That's about what we're going to be, give or take another 14 to 15 as we pass by. Then we'll push ourselves away and arch at about 20 miles or 22. We'll arch VOR and come around the base and into the approach. I'm gonna go to this cockpit here and bring this equipment up here. Idle. See, now this here not even on. See there? That's alright. We're gonna bring this here up because I want to be able to see it. Alright. I want this. We don't need that right now. But if we do need it, we know where it's at. Put it in our pocket for a little while. What's the red light right there? Never seen a red light on here before. That I know of. They don't this one. Let's show out there what. Oh, that's just a marker. That don't seem to be on the hood, but. Oh, let's get this one here. I have to raise it a little to get that in. Now they're the same setting. Why does that thing do me that way? Now we'll go back to here. There we go. Glide slopes are up. We're well above, but they're up. Let's bring ourselves down to 12,000.
Down.
Going down to 11.5 or 12, I said. I get 12 for now. That'll hold 5,000 to help clear these mountains. I'm pretty close to that mountain, they look like to me. They don't look too bad though. Whoops. Get around here where I can see. Quit that doing the wrong way. Let's see what we got around us here. Let's stay outside a little longer. I can do it outside with my equipment. We'll get inside at the last minute. Alright, the glide slope is up above center. We're now below the glide slope where I want to be. I can go on out till they get to the top. I don't want to get out of range of them, really. I can cut across because this here's now past half. I'm actually moving away. So what I'm fixing to do is I'm going to come across about, let's go dead north from here. I'm going to set that right there and I'm going to slow this thing down to about 120. And I'm going to drop some flaps. Let's go 140 to drop flaps. So she's already slow. Drop them to start with, I think. Two layers of flaps. Should keep her in the air. Throttle's catching up. Got this here. We're cutting across, we're coming up behind this and still moving away. I said north, that ain't north. Right there. Now we'll get a little further out, we'll come around behind it. I don't want to get too much closer as we come around. Right now I can come around though without getting closer, at least another 5 or 10 degrees. So make it 350. That should keep me still outside. I don't want to get closer because right would bring them down. I don't want them to come down yet. Let's bring this down another 500.
Down.
Now we're down to approach altitude I talked about. And we'll probably slow this to 120. I've got this set to turn it in when it gets ready. So I don't have to do but watch it, make sure everything's where I want it, and then make sure it's not drifting down. Altitude is right there where we're going down on purpose, but when it levels off, we'll know more about it. Fix the level off right now. Looks like you just leveled off. That's level, that's level. That's no longer falling. But it is, but I don't think it's going to continue to. Pretty well stop falling. That's almost not big enough read. Let's go to this one here. 11.5, she's coming back up to 11.5. She's doing a good job. That's what I want. Back down to here. Bring my equipment back out. I guess we could go back outside a few more minutes. I'll go jump inside the last minute. Once we go on approach, I will jump inside and stare at the land. I didn't check before I left how the view actually works. I hope it's good enough. Coming around another 10 degrees, or I'm gonna come around to 330. That should be all right. Maybe a little higher. No, it's gonna be just about right. Just straight across. As long as them diamonds don't get below there before we get around there, I'm all right. We're gonna try to get around to 300 here in a few minutes, which will be crossways the runway. It would be base. We'll try 100 here a little bit once we go into base. I'll go 100 and go dirty. Well, I said I wasn't going to put this up tonight, but if the live stream goes up and works, it'll be already up. It'll take about 20 minutes to get it up once I get through. Probably. Of course, it's up right now, but it'll go down for a few minutes once it's done. This flight is from Phoenix, Arizona to FlagStaff. From Sky Harbor to, what did I say the other name was? FlagStaff Pullum. P-U-L-L-I-U-M. They won't turn in till this line here gets in line with that and there, so I believe I can turn crossways the runway now, though. Well, that would be a little too much. Let's go a little further. I can go another 10 degrees or 5 degrees. Make it 120 or 320. As long as this stays down and I stay out, we have lost our diamonds. It don't matter about losing the diamonds, as long as we don't lose the signal. But we're outside the distance of the diamonds now. We know we can come in without hurting anything. I'm gonna come around 300 like I was talking about a while ago. I believe I'm all right. I believe 300's gonna work now, because that's got to get them diamonds back on anyway. Let's slow to 110. Well, we're on base now. Let's slow to 100. I'm gonna go dirty, just like I was gonna land. That's everything I got out, hanging out in there. All right. Oh, what's this right here? Did it pop up? No, they don't. We can actually go in the 2D for a few minutes so I can see these. We're got the nav button set. We're not outside of the ILS. We are outside the glide slope, but not the ILS. It'll turn before it gets into that mountain right there. It should come right across this little anchor just outside of it at this altitude without hitting anything. I've been here before, is the reason I'm saying that. Not recently, but before. It had been too long since we was up here in a different plane. Turn it in. Alright. The glide slope will tell me how slow I can get, but I'm gonna go down to 90 and see what happens. Once the glide slope comes on, I won't really need the numbers no more. Turning always changes, so you can't go by that. There's 90. We don't dead on money here. We hadn't lost anything yet. Coming back to the exact zero. Glide slope back up. I'm gonna go back into the 3D. That's everything I think I need now. Glide slope will keep me in mind. Once they start down, and I'll know where I'm at. I think I can read just enough to get by. I'm gonna go down to 95. It might handle it at 80. I don't know. I said 95. That thing went to 85. Must have jumped one in the process. Oh, it was 85. Was it 90? Wasn't it? I'm always wrong. Not the plane. I called it, but I called it backwards. We're still flying pretty well level. And we just about lost that 5 knots. We're not drifting, look like. See if it'll handle the glide slope good when we get on it. I'm gonna go to 80, but that's bottom dollar. I ain't going no lower. Even at that, it might actually start drifting on me. I have to watch it. Looks pretty good right now, though. I believe it does. It ain't started on the glide slope yet. Let me go back in here where I can read the numbers. It's a hair low, but she's coming right back up right to it. Right there. As long as she'll climb back, you're in good shape. She climbed right back where she belongs. Drifting again right there. The wind's probably doing that. I'm almost too slow. The wind is pulling me back and forth. I'm down a little bit now. I think the wind's causing that. I believe I'm too slow. I'm gonna go back up 5 and call it 85. I'd rather be a hair fast. It's too slow. Not much, but a little bit. Go in here and bring our equipment back up. 16 miles from the VOR. ILS downwards are active. The localizer is active and locked. Set the approach and see if we can bring her in. See if we can land her within the range of what is allowed on the card, which is 750 a minute. We should be able to beat that somewhere in a little bit. I don't think it's got spoilers, but I'm gonna set a preset. I don't think it's got none. I'll just go through the motions just like it did anyway. Set the main throttle at about a 3/8 from a quarter to third. That'll be enough to take over when I get ready. Get my keyboard ready for unlocking the autopilot. This time I will need to use the auto arm button just in case. It's not old, so it wouldn't matter. It don't have one. Did it be green up there? We're looking good. Altitude light peak go out. Did go out. Coming down out of the clouds. Got a few hanging low clouds out here at night. I don't know which way the wind is. I may be bucking and I may be carrying it with me. I would hope it's somewhere out of the southerly area, but it might not be southerly west. But it may be just exactly backwards. I'm gonna try it anyway. The ILS is only one direction. I'm not coming the other way. I'm hoping to get to where I see at airport before I get. Here we go. Now we're clearing up. Then a milk bottle up for a minute. I see the airport flashing a little bit out in front of me. Everything looking pretty good right where she's at. Let her fly. The plane handles good. I just wish it had a different panel in it, which I could put one in it, but I can't change the 3D. I could change this one. Easy enough. I'd lose a lot of detail on the way it's made if I did. Coming down. It's holding that line good, and it's holding the diamonds good right on the center where they belong. Doing a real good job. We can stand a little either way as long as it keeps coming back to it. Wheels are down. Let's check everything. Do a quick around. Here we go. She's coming in, ready to land. And that's the way I come down the glass slope. Always. I try not to change profile once I get on glass slope. So I want to be on it before the glass slope locks. We're just a little bit high on the diamonds, but not enough to talk about. Well, we're back right now, right? A little high, and I looked at them, but they changed that much while I was talking. We'll bring this to the top. It don't matter. I want to reach here, bring it to the top. You had to do a go around, you might want to pop it on. Fly straight through and turn around and come back. Just driving through 10,000. We're well under 250, nothing to worry about there. We should not have an overspeed on this. Everything looking good. Yeah, it's probably gonna float a little on me. As long as I can get it on that runway to stop it within the length of it. If I don't have a tailwind, it shouldn't be no problem. I could check the wind, but I'm about to soon not know, I think. Man said 2,500. That's from the ground straight onto me. Got this thing. Let me check something. Not bad as I thought. Not quite 2 yet. 1:44 a.m. on the 9th. I think it'd be Saturday morning. Everything looking good on the direction. Everything outside the plane looking alright. I might could do a quick go around, but definitely got to get back in here pretty quick. See what we got. There's mountains off that side we just come by. Everything looks alright. Coming over the city. Coming in. Let's get back inside and get everything ready. I don't want to put the outside so long I have to rush to get ready. Here we go. Another glass of tea. Drink of tea right quick. Alright. Still trying to do the Half-Life 2 series, episode 1, but I've come to it. I think I'll be able to beat it, but so far I hadn't. I got a place in I ain't been able to get past, and I've tried. I have passed it once upon a time, but I guess reflexes from. I think I'm gonna go back and play the area coming up to it. I let something happen just before I get there. It took a little of my life away, and it's not allowing me a good full of life going into the project, and the project is tough. You got one of them things shooting at you so fast that you just don't live. You got to kill him, but it takes 3 or 4 good shots with that rocket launcher, and you don't live long to get off more than 2 shots. I have got off 3, but I hadn't got off 4, and I've tried it. I don't doubt I ain't tried it 50 times, but I'm gonna go back and play it again. I'm gonna try to beat it. I'm gonna go back and think play the level before it.
1,000.
I know where I made my mistakes at, so if I can get through there and pass there, I might come out pretty good shape. As long as I don't come out worse, we'll be alright. If I say, if I can find it. I don't think I know where the save files are in that game. I had the save files, I could keep them, so I did come out worse, I could go back to where I was at. I think I can come out better. I'll run over one of them hoppers. They jumped up and almost killed me. If I not do that, I'll come out a lot better than the whole thing.
$500.
500.
$400.
Alright. Fix take over. Now. I've got control. Put my hand on the throttle. And try to get this thing down.
300. Approaching minimums.
Nose down just a little. Not that actual one nose down, but I want to get closer to the ground.
Minimums. 200.
I don't let the throttle off too much. I heard it. Come on, give me some throttle. There we go.
100. 100.
When I touched the throttle, it cut too much. My preset was too low.
50. 50. 40. 40.
Come on, get down there.
30. 30. 30. 20. 20.
30,
10. 10.
20, 10,
Touchdown. There we go. I believe that's good enough. Go outside the plane, watch the roll just stop. She didn't roll for it, did she? Uh-huh. Oh, we still ain't too far down the runway. I feel like we're going a long ways. Alright, let's get it off the runway and turn the car in, see what we've done. Then I'm gonna go with bed and raise the flaps up. I don't know where we're going up to a place to park other than just right here. Get off the runway, get on the taxiway, that's what I'm gonna call it. That flaps hadn't come all the way up. Here they come. There we go. Now let's set the brakes and get the card back out. Now we can eyeball it good. Flaps set at 2. Gear raised at 12 feet off the ground when the wheels come up. That's close. At 102 knots. I brought them all the way down to 0, about 160 knots. Uh-oh, it jumped on me. Where'd it go? Cruised at 14,000. Descended, flaps. I don't see no overspeeding, nothing. Everything was good. And we touched down at 85 knots, which is 85 feet, which is pretty good. Especially since I ain't flew in 6 months. At 56 knots, which is really slow. That's good. Okay, so that's it. We can turn it in now. Finished. And wow, power up. Taxi less than 58 seconds. Turn it off. We didn't taxi, we just shut it down. I think I taxied longer than that though. I think you're wrong. At least a little bit longer, not much. There we go. That's all. Alright, this is town dog. I'm gonna call it for the night. The plane set here to Lamar, and I'm on multiplayer. I won't be shutting the simulator down. That's it, and I'm gonna be gone. Bye. Catch y'all later. I'll do it by hand.